Hello everyone and welcome to the description of our homework for our first week of online classes. In order to in order to ease us into this, our homework does not involve any like modeling or any Maya stuff except for opening up files and going into them. So we're going to be doing a midterm critique online, and I've done this before in other classes without even the need to be online. So about here we are. So under assignments, you'll see Blackboard links talking about the midterms. Once this video is done, that will be up here. And it's the description is right here, but basically we're gonna use the forums to do our critique because I want you all to see everyone's midterms. They're really good. And this is definitely not due April 29th. I have to fix that. But it's they're just really good and I want you all to see them. So the written description is right here. I'm going to show you right now how this is going to work, and I should probably log in as a student to do that. So here we go. We go to discussions. And the forum for week 9 is this, and the description has all the various information. But if you click on where it says class week 9, there is actually a forum with threads in there. This one is for discussing the other lecture material, like the mirroring and symmetry and things like that. So if you have any questions, you can go into this week 9 discussion. But for the critique, you're going to create a new thread, right? So you go into the forum that says class week 9, and you say create thread. We scroll past the description, and what you're going to do is make sure your name is in here. If you hear someone yelling, that's my cat. Stand by. Alright, sorry about that. Just had to let the cat out of the room. So, okay. When we make a new thread, and each of you is going to make a new thread for your own project so that then you can get feedback on your project, right? So I say subject, my midterm. I can specify that it's hammers because I don't actually have a midterm. I can go to browse my computer, and I can find the file and upload it, and these should upload pretty quickly because they're not super large. But another key thing is that we want to post something about, you know, how it was to work in this, or interesting stuff that we did. Alright, so I paused the video so I could just type a few things out here. So yeah, I could see I'm still not happy with this one thing, but you know, I did something tricky here to get this piece. I really liked what I was doing here, right? We just want to do like give some feedback. Think of it as that part in a critique. Most of you have had a critique with me where your stuff first gets projected onto the screen and you're like, okay, so I did this because, you know, I did this take on a toolbox because I was tired of hammers and I wanted to do something else, and these are things I have, or these are things I like, and you know, talk about what it is you wanted to do. You won't be able to show people, you won't be able to point on them, but then you're going to be uploading the file, and we hit submit. And make sure it gets to this page, especially if you, again, I don't think your files are too large for the midterm, but we still want to make sure everything is getting up there okay. And actually I'm doing a double check right now. Oh yeah, no, it's 2, 3, 4 megs at the most. But you want to make sure it comes up here, and so eventually there's going to be a series of things that say, you know, this person, this person, this person, this person, and every person who posts will have a different thread. Then what you're going to do, and whoever posts first will have to wait a little bit, but whoever posts last will have everything already there. So you find someone else's thread, and you download the file. You just click it and it'll download, right? And then you open it up, you take a look, and then what you can do is you can hit reply, right? And you can say, oh, you know, I think, oh, hang on, let me pause. Okay, so I read what the person said about not liking the layout of the hammers. I look at the file and I say, oh, you know, I think if you had some things hanging over the edge, that might make it more interesting, right? So I'm looking at what they didn't like, and I'm giving them an idea, just a thought, right? I agree that I think this part was good, and then, oh, I'm gonna give another specific of something I liked. So it's great that we can be really supportive of people and have positive things to say, but we don't want it to just be, I really liked it! Exclamation point, smile emoji, submit. We want to at least be specific about what we liked. And I'm pretty sure, where's the, talking about the midterms. So I say right here, be specific, say exactly what you liked, and also be very specific and constructive if you're going to be critical. So a key thing is to help with criticism. If you are specific in your criticism, this one I don't think this color, the shine in this material matches what it would be in real life. But also be constructive. Like, I think it should be more matte. I think this thing would be matte, not shiny. Or I like that it's blue, but maybe not that shade of blue, right? You want, if you're specific and constructive, it can kind of make criticism go down a little bit easier. And just so you know, once you see everyone's comments, make sure you remember that criticism isn't personal. But specificity is key. We want to be specific about what we like, right? Because we're not creating anything this week except this whole system of feedback. All right. So once you're done with whatever you're writing, make sure that you're speaking clearly. I'm not going to be grading on grammar or anything. Feel free to use emojis. I don't know, memes, as long as they're safe for work. We need something a little bit better and entertaining in our lives, and we need to be interacting with each other, right? So once you have all posted responses to everyone, then I can go in and look, and I can see who posted where. I can check to see that you put up your assignment. That is part of this grade, that you are putting up your assignment, that you are laying out the case for what you did, why you did it, what you used. Doesn't need to be several paragraphs long, but it should probably be longer than what I wrote here. Just something about what you did, what you liked about it, what you didn't, etc. Right? And then the rest of your grade will be on how you're responding. And so if like I said, if you're one of the earlier people to post, you might not have many things to check on here, so you'll have to come back throughout the week, or at least later in the week. But please make sure you're all posting your stuff as soon as possible, because people can't do the responding part if you haven't posted yet. And this is the only assignment for this week. This is the only thing that, aside from the survey, filling that out, this is the assignment. This is the work. We have a lecture, there's some materials right there, but the work of this week is this midterm critique, and it's worth 20 points. That's an easy 20 points. So I want to get us into having a community that's online. I'm sort of slowly working us into the actual work. There will be work next week. So again, if you have any concerns about completing work, you've got to let me know as soon as possible. So there will be work in Maya next week. But for right now, this is the easiest 20 points you could do, but you have to post. You have to respond. And if people are posting to your character, or not character, midterm, feel free to respond, right? Feel free to give feedback. And if you have any questions about any of this, I will be on WebEx from 2 to 5 p.m. on Thursday, which is today, given when you're watching this video, probably. But otherwise, again, it's easy 20 points, but this only works if people upload and respond. So please do so.